I have this image in my head. I saw my dad picking the phone, and was somebody from Barcelona saying to my dad that we were going to Barcelona to play to Barcelona, and I saw him crying a lot. My dad and my grandfather, they are supporters from Barcelona 60 years ago.
Wow. So for him it's like a dream come true for
yes.
him also.
For them and for me it was a dream.
Marc, hola.
Hola.
Welcome to your home.
Thank you very much.
And I want to say first congratulations for winning the Amir Cup with Al Arabi Sports Club that you play with. Tell me frankly, what did you get as a gift? Is it a car? Is it a house?
At the moment, nothing. We are waiting. Yeah. Sure, something we will get. But to see the happiness of all the...
Of course. After 30 years?
Yeah, after 30 years that the team was with no trophies. The people was very happy, the supporters, the managers from the club. And since I arrived 4 years ago, always they are pushing me, we have to win one title, we have to win one title. And
you did it?
Yes, we did it.
Okay. Being in Doha, I want to ask you, how is it living in Qatar, Doha, away from humidity and heat that we feel every day, especially nowadays? What appeals to you? What do you like the best about Doha?
Here in Doha, I'm very happy. Of course, the safety from this country is amazing. Comparing with a lot of countries, we are very safe and we are very happy here. The weather is okay, especially now is hot, but we have like 6 months that we can enjoy with the families outside, in the garden, in the swimming pool, and we are very happy. My wife as well is happy, and the kids
are happy here at schools.
Yes, at the schools as well. They are learning and growing with English. That
yes.
It's very important nowadays. So we are pleased to be here.
And whenever you need to go back to Barcelona, it's only 6 hours away.
Yes, it's a easy flight.
Yeah.
6 hours, just 1 hour of difference, 2 hours sometimes with our families, so we can chat with them easily every day. So it's very good to be here.
Yeah. Qatar and KSA recently, they are investing a lot in football and also in sports, in academies. What do you think about it?
It's good to grow with doing a sport. It's very good. So they are investing in all kind of sports, because you see World Cups of football, of badminton, volleyball, of everything. So they are hosting everything. So that's good for the country as well, because now a lot of us as people that work in sports, they know about the country. Now as well, Saudi, they are investing, they will do a big invest, and it's good for the Middle East that the countries are investing in sports, because they love sport, and they have crazy fans as well, that they like to see the big players or big tournaments being part of their lives, and it's good for them.
You have been to La Masia Academy in Barcelona. We're going to talk about it. We're going to go in memories with you. And you said something in one of your interviews. You said they never let us touch the ball in our hands, even after we finish training.
Yes.
When you finish training, you need to take the ball back with using your feet and put it away.
Yes, and I try to teach this to my son.
Yes.
Because sometimes they hold the ball with the hands. And I remember when I was young, they told me, no, to play with hands is you go to play basketball. If you want to play basketball, you use your hands.
Yeah.
But here, you will use always your feet. A lot of things as well. I remember all the players, we wear black boots. Nobody can paint his hair.
So
they didn't want. Yeah, they didn't want anything disturbing the kids, the players as well. They wanted always the parents to be a little bit far. You have your coach. The coach is the one who decides everything, and as well they have the director, manager of all the academy that they know the rules. And for me, as a young kid and as a Barcelona fan, so I always follow what they told me. Yes, because I was for me it was like going to the cinema every day. So it was incredible.
They say about you were a very, very polite child, and you used to listen to everything. You also said in one of your interviews, which really caught my attention, you didn't have time to eat dinner, and sometimes you didn't have time to do your homework, and you used to do them on your way back home. You used to do them in the car.
Yes.
Was it that much time spent in the academy? Was it too much? Tell us more. Take us more back to this memory.
When I started playing when I was 5 years old, but then when I was 10, Barcelona called us and we signed for Barcelona. But my mom was driving me every day 1.5 hours from our place to Barcelona.
Wow.
3 days a week plus the game on the weekend. So I had to go to the school, of course, from 9 to 5, because in Spain we finish at 5 more or less. So from 5, the training was starting at 7 p.m. I used to do everything in the car, homework, the snacks, the dinner, because
your mom used to prepare everything, so you can do it on your way
and my way
back
to Barcelona, and then
back.
on my way back to Lloret de Mar, that is my hometown.
Did you enter La Masia Academy because you had a passion? Did you love football so much, or they just saw you and they asked you to join? How did it happen? Because it's very rare.
Yeah. No, they came to my hometown to watch another player, 2
And
years
they took you?
2 years older than me.
Okay.
And then they took both of us. They saw me, and then they said, "Okay, we will have this guy as well to have the trials with us in Barcelona." So I was 8 years old. So both of us, we did the trials. He was with the 10 years old, and I was with the 8 years old team. And they refused him, and they
took you?
They took me. They took me. But
this is by chance, by luck.
yes,
That's luck.
They saw me on this day, so I was lucky. Somebody from Barcelona was there at this day. But the coach of the team and my parents decided that I was very young, with 8 years old, to travel 4 times a week to Barcelona, and we decided to wait a little bit.
Till you were 10?
Yes. And then 2 years later, they called us back, and we said, okay, that's the time. I remember, I have this image in my head. I saw my dad picking the phone, and was somebody from Barcelona saying to my dad that we were going to Barcelona, to play to Barcelona, and I saw him crying a lot.
Because he loves Barcelona.
Yes, because my dad and my grandfather, they are supporters from Barcelona. They have like the membership from Barcelona since 50, 60 years ago.
Wow. So for him, it's like a dream come true for him also.
For them and for me, it was a dream.
Definitely. You made your first appearance with Barcelona, the first team, when you were only 17 years old. Many boys would love to be there. How was it for you, and how much grateful are you for Pep Guardiola?
I will be always grateful and thankful to Pep, because he chose me.
Yeah.
I don't know why
he saw something.
Yeah, he saw something on me. He liked me, and I know he wanted to give me the chance with the second team, because he was coach of second team when I was 15 years old. But I had an injury on my knee, a big injury, so he could not give me the chance. And 2 years later, when I get back from my injury, and he was the coach from the first team, I think he wanted to reward me after this, and to keep motivating me and believing that I could be a football player. So he gave me the chance just when I was 17 years old. I remember they called me 4 days before the game to train with the first team, and I was in shock, because I was living in the Camp Nou, because before La Masia was in the stadium, and we had like two floors with 10 rooms, so we were living inside the stadium. And I picked the phone. They called me, "You have to go to train with the first team." And then I switch off the phone. Then I said, "But where I have to go?" I didn't know where to go. I called again my coach from the under 19s, and he explained me everything. And I remember the first day I went to the dressing room. I was 2 hours before the training, because I was very nervous, and I saw the captain, Carlos Puyol, and I said I'm Marc Muniesa, and he told me I know who you are. So
That's what you
I
did.
was very impressed that the captain of the first team, my idol, because he was playing in the same position than me, or I was playing in the same position than him. He knew about me, so it was an amazing experience, very good days, and then 4 days later I made my debut. Then 4 days later I went to the Champions League final. So
And you won.
we were in a dream. We were in a dream, all my family.
Yes. You said on the first appearance that those 30 minutes were amazing before you get the red card.
Yeah.
Describe it for us more.
At the halftime, I remember we were two players, well, one player from the second team, and me that I was with the under 19s, with 17 years old. I never expected to play. But at the halftime, they told us, both of you have to warm up after the break. So I say, okay, maybe I will have my chance. And then after 10 minutes, they told me, come, you have to go in. I was subbing Silvinho, the left back, and Abidal was playing central back. Then I came into central back position. I moved Abidal to left back, and it was a special day because Barcelona, they were celebrating the La Liga title.
Yes.
And the stadium was full. It was a party. Everybody wanted to cheer the team. My family, my friends, my teammates from La Masia, they were all there, and I was enjoying every action. I felt the crowd as well. Every time I touched the ball, that they were exciting, that a young boy from La Masia, it was there playing, yes, was joining the team. And then after 30 minutes, last minutes of the game, in a counter-attack, I did a tackle in the side, and the referee, before the referee showed me the red card. It was hard tackle. For me, it was not a red. But I felt all the crowd when I did the tackle, like shouting, like, wow, very good tackle, amazing. It was going to the side. It was not going to the goal. Then the referee decided at the end
that it's a red card.
Yeah, it's a red card, and I accepted. I was a little bit crying. But then I went inside the dressing room, and when all the teammates, Henry, Puyol, Messi, everybody told me, don't worry, you made history. All the stadium was with a white tissue.
Yes.
Because supporting you and against the referee. And then I saw the video, and it was crazy. And as well, I will remember all my life that Messi told me, don't worry. When I made my debut with Argentina, as well, I got a red card. So
he was supporting you?
Yes, don't worry, you will have a lot of time to play football and enjoy the moment.
You've trained with legends and you played with them also, Marc. I want to ask you about Messi, and not the player. I want to ask about Messi, the person.
With me, he always was an amazing guy. He was shy. I don't know how is he now, but every time young players from the La Masia, we were going to the dressing room. You always saw him in a corner. It was not like Xavi or Victor Valdés, Puyol, that they were always like Piqué. They were always making fun and making jokes. He was more quiet in his place with the Argentinian players, but he always treated me very good in the small games, in the possessions. And then I remember we went to Mallorca to play against Mallorca, and we did like a small tournament of the PlayStation, and we make a draw to see which partner will you play, and I had to play with him to PlayStation, a tournament, and I was very nervous and shaking because I say I cannot lose any game. We have to win the tournament because I'm playing with Leo Messi, so I have to make Leo Messi to be champions of the tournament. Yeah. And we won the tournament, and I have a picture with him, both showing the PlayStation control, and always he's a very good guy, a very good person.
Supporter.
Yeah, support all the players. And as well, they told me after he had the first kid as well, he was more humble, and sympathetic with all the players.
Nice. Speaking about legends, you lived here with Xavi in the same compound, and you trained with him, or he used to play when you were not here. When you came,
Yeah,
he started as a coach.
we played when I was starting with the first team of Barcelona. He was one of the guys that was helping us. So we had a good relation.
A good community,
yeah,
also.
A good relation. And before I came here, I called him, Xavi, should I join Al Arabi team in Qatar? And he told me, yes, you will enjoy it. They are developing in football. They will host the World Cup, so they are working a lot on football, and you will enjoy it, your family will enjoy it. And I went direct to his compound to saw him, to meet him, and he told me, this house is free, you can live here. So he was finishing his career as a football player,
Yes.
and he was starting his career as a coach. And he told me, come here to this compound, because I will bring 6-7 families, all the stuff that I need in my team. And we had 2 years, a very good 2 years. It was a COVID time.
Yes.
But it was incredible, because we were like 10 Spanish families with all kids. All the wives were happy. All of us were very happy. So I'm very happy that I listened to the advice of Xavi.
Of Xavi. You said you had an injury, a knee injury when you were 15. You had another one.
Yes.
After that, which is called
ACL.
ACL, and it's one of the toughest injuries a football player can have, and sometimes they don't get back from it. Mm-hmm. Did this injury somehow affect your career as a career, affect you from leaving Barcelona, moving on to another league, because you couldn't play for a while and you needed to rest?
Yeah. I don't think the first one affects me as much as the second one. The first one, I was 15, 16 years old. I had a good leg. I was in a good hands, and they helped me a lot. And then I had like this opportunity that Pep gave me in the first team, and I was very good. But the second one, it was 4 years later, when I was 19, 20 years old, and I was already 3-4 years training with them and playing with them sometimes. When I was not playing with the first team, I was going to the second team, and I had the second one. And the year after I had the second one, it was my last year of contract with Barcelona, and I knew it was impossible for me to play, because I had Puyol, Gerard Piqué, Mascherano, very big players, and I knew that coming from an injury in January, February, I was recovered. It was very difficult to play in the first team, because they were fighting for titles, and they will not give the opportunity to one 19 years old guy that is coming from an injury, that he has not as much as experience as them.
Yes.
So I went back to play to second team. I went to knock the door of the coach of the second team, and I asked him, can I play with you, please? And he told me, yes, I would love to have you in our team. And I'm grateful as well to Eusebio that he gave me the chance to came back after my injury to play for 4 or 5 months. Then they called me up from a national team, under 21s, the European under 21s. We won it. So I knew that if I was staying in the first team, I will never play again.
Yeah.
And maybe the second injury affected me a lot in these terms. And I have thoughts as well to quit football with 19, 20 years old, because it was the second one, just with 20 years old, and I said, why me? I have to suffer this thing 2 times in different legs.
And you had the passion for football.
Yes, and it makes me grow and to be mature in a young age.
Yes.
Because I knew that I was playing football, but I had to suffer. I suffered a lot before. So
Stoke City called you then?
Yes, Stoke City called me, and I wake up again.
Yeah. I
woke up again, sorry, and the passion was again
flowing.
Flowing on me. So, and as well, I always say because a lot of people always asked me, no, if you never had injuries. I said, look, all the players, we have injuries. It's very difficult to have one player without injuries.
Exactly.
And I'm lucky that I'm still playing.
Yes.
A lot of people, after having these injuries, they cannot play.
They quit.
Yes, they cannot play because they feel pain, or they don't feel good like before. I'm lucky, I feel good, and I'm playing. So hopefully, we play for many years
Hopefully,
more.
hopefully, for sure. After Barcelona, you moved to Stoke City, to another league which has a lot of pressure from the media, from the fans, and you being there also, you didn't know a lot of English.
Yes.
And there was no Spanish players.
No.
So you were the only one.
Yeah.
How was it? How did it affect you? How was it?
The first 6 months were difficult. Not just because of the English or because of the culture of football in England, because I was coming from Barcelona, that they teach us to play football since I was 10 years old, and then with 20 years old I moved to England, to Stoke, and they told me, you are very thin, you have to gain weight, if not you cannot play in this league. So I started to go to the gym, because in Barcelona at that moment we didn't do too much gym. In England, since they are kids,
they do
12, 13 years old, they start to do gym. It's a different concept of football, but it's a good football as well. So I start to work in the gym, to know my teammates, to learn English, because we had a lot of people from Scotland, England and Ireland, so not just from England.
Yes, and the English differs.
And the accent is very difficult. But it was a great experience. It makes me to learn another kind of football. So, because as you said, there's a lot of pressure in England. They play a lot of long balls, and they play long ball from the back. And I was not used to this. I was used to play from the back. And in England, they don't care about that. Now maybe yes, but 10 years ago, no.
Yeah,
now the coaches that came, they are changing a little bit football, especially Pep. But I remember to go to the stadium. The fans were crazy. They were in love with the team. They are really passionate. So maybe this is as well why the pressure is higher than in other leagues. But we spent a great 4 years in England.
This pressure, did it affect you as a player any time during when you used to play?
Especially when you are younger, yes. Because the newspapers, they comment something, or in the radios. Now with the social media as well, it's very easy to attack anybody. You as a journalist, me as a football player, and they hide in the social media, and the young players, maybe they are affected with this now. I was affected with another things, but I try to don't read the newspapers, yes, the media. I say to my family, don't trust the things that the media says, because it's part of the business, and they were worried, and I said, look, I'm here, I'm in the club, I'm speaking with this guy or the other guy, so I'm the one that I have the truth. So don't believe the other things, and sometimes affected more to my family than to me.
Yes, exactly. So you worked on your mental health.
Yes.
You didn't see anything that bothered you, and this is how you went out of it. Because now it's a big discussion in England and the Premier League. They talk a lot about the mental health of the players, the mental health of the managers, from the pressure they get. So the players there, they need to work a lot on their mental health.
Even when we were in Barcelona B, we had Luis Enrique, the last coach of the World Cup in the national team of Spain. And he already brought one psychologist with him when we were in the second team of Barcelona. And then when I moved to England as well, we had a psychologist in the team. In Barcelona, in the first team as well, they had one. But I didn't use it too much. Just when I had injuries, I used the psychologist.
Why you didn't use it too much?
I don't know. Maybe because I thought it was not going to help me. But now that I'm 31 years old, and
you see it differently.
Yes, and last 2 years I've been working with one sports psychologist in live and online as well by Zoom. And we are preparing the games, we are preparing the interviews, we are preparing the meetings with the managers, with the president. So it's not just the injuries, it's a pack, yes. And when you work all this, you are very prepared, you are 100% focused on the game, you forget about everything
else.
So I think, as you said, the mental health
is
very important because everything can affect you. You are not just a football player here. You are a person, you have your family, you have kids, you have a problem in Spain that you cannot go to help them. And sometimes to speak with another people, it's good and important.
Yeah. I want to ask you to give me one thing you love about La Liga, one thing you love about the Premier League, and one thing you love about Al Arabi here in Qatar.
To La Liga, the technique of the players. To England, from England, the passion of the supporters. And from Al Arabi, we've been champions. No, and the environment of the people, of the dressing room, the Qatari people, they are in the team, they are very gentle. They give you whatever they have, they give you, and this is what I like the most. Yes.
Yes. You have 3 boys. What are the 2 tips you give your boys? They all play football. Do they play it because they love it or because they see their dad as a football player?
With Pau, that he is the oldest one, we started 3 years ago when he was 4. And we started because I like football. And he was going to play, and because I think to grow with the sport, it's important. It's important because you learn how to win, how to lose, to deal with these emotions, and to grow being healthy. So, but after 2 years, he started to love football. Maybe because he started to come to the stadium to watch me to the games, and as well he started to watch more YouTube, in the iPad, in the phones, and he watched always football. And then he knew the World Cup was going to be here in Qatar, and he made a twist on his mind, and he started to love football a lot. So the 2 tips I will give them, first of all, is to enjoy with his friends, with football, because it's very difficult and it's very sacrifice for them, for the families, to reach the professionalism. And the second one is to work a lot, to be a hard worker, because it's not easy. It's not an easy job, an easy achievement. And if he wants to be a professional football player or another sport, I don't mind. Or in life in general, you have to work a lot to achieve your objectives and your dreams.
Definitely. Marc, what's next after Al Arabi?
I don't know. The future will tell us soon.
How did you meet Sarah?
I met them in a discotheque.
Okay.
Yes, in my hometown when I was 17. So, and she was 18. She is 1 year older than me. And we met there. But we just spoke. The first days we just met, and then the next day we went to the same discotheque. But we didn't know.
By chance.
Yes. So again, we didn't know that both we were going to the same discotheque again, because my hometown is a very touristic place. We were in the summer, and we were with friends, and we have some friends in common. We are from 30 minutes away, his hometown, than her hometown from mine. And after that, we start dating, and since now.
Till now.
Yes.
God bless you guys.
Until now, yes.
God bless you guys. Okay, we will tell her hi. We say hi to Sarah and to your 3 children, also especially Pau. Yeah. I want to thank you so much for this lovely interview. I have read that you are a polite person, and I have seen it today. You're very polite. You're very humble. You have a contagious smile. You keep the other person in front of you all the time smiling. Thank you for being with me.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure to be interviewed by you, and I hope it helps a lot of small players and not just them, as well the
course.
families of the players,
Of
to
course.
don't put pressure on the kids, because they just go to play football with their friends to be happy, and
To
sometimes
enjoy.
the parents, we put too much pressure on the kids, and they don't need. If they reach
The
the
goal.
football, yes, the goal to be a football player, okay. If not, no problem. They will do another thing as much value as a football player.
Exactly. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very
you.
much.